Hello, good morning still, yeah? You're in room 2. You're with the private sector engagement. I see that we may need more chairs in the back. Okay, thank you. My name is Masaru Takayama from Japan, and I'm with the Asian Ecotourism Network. But thank you very much for joining us for this panel. This is a wonderful, inspiring session. I hope that we can learn something to take it home. We have a private sector engagement in sustainable tourism. We'll be discussing how private enterprises at destination can create extraordinary travel experiences while embracing sustainability through conscious practices, meaningful partnerships, and innovative technologies. So let's see how our panelists are going to talk about this. The aim of this session is to provide actionable strategies and real-life examples that empower businesses to meet the growing demand for sustainability in the tourism landscape. I think we have all been talking about a lot, but you need to really implement into action. So that's where you want to focus. So let's do a little bit touch upon where I'm from. You see Susan here, which is a part of our organization, Asian Ecotourism Network. We are a 21-country network in Asia Pacific, promoting authentic ecotourism in that part of the world. And I'm just going to save some time and get into my presentation, but today I'm trying to focus on the accommodation sector, which a lot of them, of course, talk about sustainability. But a lot of times when you talk about sustainability, it's not good enough for the benefits that they see. So I want to focus more on the cost-saving side of the accommodation, which is also a good initiative for them to practice. So I'd like to get on to my presentation. Is the technology working? I'm sure it is. In Japanese and Estonia, with the technology, it should work, right? Okay, let me do this here. All right, so we have 5 presenters today, and I will be introducing one of them one by one. And we don't want to block the screen, so I think we're going to ask each panelist to stay in the seat during, except when they're speaking. So my talk today is about accommodation can save money while achieving sustainability. All right, I want to ask with a question first. Please raise your hand. If you're happy not having your sheets and towels changed while you're staying multiple nights at the hotel. Wow, look at this. We're in the right crowd, aren't we? Yes, I like it already. But if you do that, actually, it's only 13% or 15%, depending on how you see it. You can actually save more by shower or toilet flushing. There are other elements that can save more than just deciding what to do. So the hoteliers, if you're here with us, what I would like to ask you is that, looking back 20 years ago, I told the same people, the accommodation owners, there will be a time when people will be happy not having your room changed with your linens. They didn't believe me, But now, look at you. Almost all of you choose not to have your linens changed. That's great. So, okay, the audio is not working. But it's supposed to say, oh my gosh, it's great. Okay. My next question. I'm sure that some of you already enjoy hamburgers here also. But to produce a hamburger, how much water is required, do you think? One hamburger, how many liters of water? Have you ever thought of that? Thousands. That's close. Very nice.
Starting from the animal that goes.
Exactly. And what they're eating. The plants or the grains that they're eating, it's, sucking all the water of that country. So that's 2,400 liters of water. So 200 grams of beef. People are switching to vegetarians and vegans for that very reason, for water footprint, not carbon footprint, it's a water footprint that we're talking about. So you can look it up, So hotels serving more beef and meat-oriented, menu. I think more and more people are changing their diet because of the climate crisis that we see. Again, she's supposed to say, wow, 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 here. The audio is not working, sorry. All right. So the challenge for us is that how to reduce our environmental footprint without affecting guest satisfaction, because you're in the service sector. Your customer feedback is number one, right? So, okay, what did I do? Now, 3 out of 4 guests, in general, are on our side. You would choose not to have your linen or towels changed, for that example. All right, so if you are hotel owners or lodging owners, you can expect to do a lot of things. Starting with the food waste. I know the Estonian portions could be a very big portion, yeah? So you can order to have smaller plates or smaller portion services. And here in the buffet, a lot of you I know that you would try to have it in one plate because you don't want to line up twice, right? Then you create food waste. So if you make it in a way that people can choose as much as they want, they can eat. And that should cut already 20% of food waste, as much as 20%. Room cleaning. If your room is not cleaned in a way that you do it daily, per room you save 35 liters of water, 100 millimeter of chemicals, 1.5 kilowatt hour of electricity, and so on. And of course, on labor, you also save 10 euros or so. So that's as much as 63% cut for that room, including the labor and the electricity, water, and so on. Energy-wise, hotel guests are very sensitive about their comfort. So you don't want to compromise, or you don't want to have them claim on you, but make sure the comfort level is the same. But what you can do is to manage when the rooms are unoccupied. Like the TV in the room or refrigerator, it's already running while guests are not there. And you're just wasting the energy. So you could do that by managing that. And you can save as much as 2,000 euros per year, per room. That's a lot of room cost. And if you introduce the energy management system, which you can centrally control each room by temperature or how much water is being used and all that stuff is fancy, really nice measuring, and then you can save as much as 50% of energy sources. That's a lot of money that you're talking about. Labor cost. Underutilized staff, you can utilize them in the management side. You can also have them go through the sustainability training so they also understand what they're supposed to be doing. You should have a manual how the housekeeping is doing, cutting off the main power switch of the TV, or setting the right temperature for the air conditioner and whatnot. All these small things. It can save as much as 50%. That's a lot also. Maintenance, like the aircon filters or the freezers and refrigerators, those ceilings that you have also in your refrigerator, those may be leaking if it's broken, of course. So the regular maintenance is very, very important. So that is also another 15% or so of saving. If you have big hotels, then you should also have the grease traps in your kitchens. Those should be maintained and cleaned. And of course, AI, chatbots and others that should automate, and of course, that would facilitate all the operations in the hotel, which should further get your cost less. So these things are going to add up. So you need to talk all these garbages and waste that you're creating. You need to ask yourself, is it really a waste, or is it going to be a resource? If you think that it's a waste, then it's just going to go one way. But you have to have a policy that you would only buy things that are recyclable, right? Then there's no waste, technically speaking. So that's how we want. So, of course, you do it for money, but you also need to do it for the earth. So you need to have a sustainability policy as a lodge or the hotel, and make sure who you're dealing with, what you're buying, is it recyclable, right? So all these things are taking place. And I came to visit Estonia website. I'm also a green key national operator in Japan. And I'm happy to see a lot of them are also recognized here in Estonia. People are looking into eco-labeling. They take, Booking.com, all these people, OTAs, working with eco-certifications. The Green Destinations are introducing the same way with Booking.com. So people are going to see that eco-labeling is very important as much as if you have the allergy or since the COVID, people are very concerned about how the hygienic status is being maintained in the hotel. So those things are very important for us now. So what I'd like to come to end is that you can be here hoteliers. It's easy that you just maintain your maintenance, look for opportunities for where the waste can be eliminated. Then, of course, if you do it right, you will see in the numbers by the reduction of your utility bills every month you get, right? And you can calculate into how much per person staying overnight and how much CO2 is also emitted. And all these things can be calculated. So it doesn't really take the space science. And I think you could do it also in your home tomorrow. So you can actually see the utility bills coming down. So I just giving some tips for the accommodation sector.
Masaru,
yes?
Like if we have a nice crowd here and you were asking about the towels being changed, I would be interested to know what about the fridges and the TV screens in the hotel rooms, because that is something I never use. So, I mean, why have it? Why saving energy on standby mode when,
the small things, for example, I can talk about TVs or sometimes the room fans or something with a remote control, for example. You need to cut off the main power because they're always consuming electricity. It's a standby mode.
No, but do you use the television in your hotel room seriously?
Yes, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
But people are using it for watching their YouTube, their mirroring sites and stuff like that. So you can ask the rest of the group, and my time is up. So thank you for that question. We have the Q&A session at the end of the panel. So let's stick to that. So that is my part of the presentation. Thank you very much for kind attention. Thank you.